This is going to be your weekly chakra energy check-in. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies you may be experiencing throughout your chakras. So in the comments, please let me know your word of the day, word of the week, or your current vibe. So I'm filming this on Tuesday, and focus on the big picture. So maybe that's a message for everybody. So today, focus on the big picture. Leading up to what I was about to say is the summer solstice and the full moon coming up on Friday. So summer solstice is Thursday, full moon on Friday. And wow, the water energy in the air right now, we're on the brink of Cancer season. We're on the brink of a full moon, which means everybody's emotions really get heightened. The intensity becomes more and more each day, especially with it approaching soon. And we have Venus and Mercury in Cancer. So a lot of water, a lot of emotions. But I kind of feel like this is a time where we're purging, we're letting go of things, we're making room for the new. You might be feeling a bit anxious, but I want you to look at it as excitement. It doesn't have to be bad to feel a little tingle of something new coming your way. It can be something that is the best thing that ever happened to you. So let's take a look at the overall themes and messages for this reading today. And we have here, everybody's favorite card. If you know, you know. We call this card Veto. This is our mascot, so to speak, in my online family. This is Otter Up. This is surrender to receive. This is trust the process. I can't even make that up today. Okay, so purge, surrender, allow yourself to receive. The moon energy is divine feminine, and that means creativity and being open to receiving. Now let's take a look at these chakra cards here to see what else we need to know. And we have the solar plexus. So, it's kind of interesting because in my readings over the last little while, I keep saying make a move, make a move. The solar plexus is about making moves, right? It's finding your personal power, that fire in your belly to do something different. And let's take a look here at this Moonology card. Your dreams need a practical plan. So I would put it to you this way. I don't think you have to necessarily plan anything. I would just use the word intentions. Like, what are your intentions? Because, things don't always go according to plan. I've been talking about this a lot lately as well, and that is, remember that energy is fluid. Just because you plan something does not mean it happens that way. Just because you get a download or a message about something does not mean that it's going to stay the same. You might get a download, you might get an inspiration or an aha moment, and it sparks you. But that energy is going to shift, and it's going to grow, and it's going to change. And that initial thought or feeling may be correct, but you won't know until you make a move. So very interesting energy. Okay, let's take a look with the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. This has all the different colors of the chakras or energy centers in the body. So let's take a look at the root chakra, which is your Mars. It's your foundation. Let's see what we need to know. Princess of Swords. Okay, this can be about learning. This can be being decisive. And it could also be about spying or observing. So here's the thing. Be really careful if you're spying or observing on another person or situation. Make sure that you're focusing on yourself. You might even just be observing and gathering information before you make a move. That's possible as well. But let's see what the oracle cards are saying about this. The Church. Interesting. That can be about marriage, collective consciousness, tradition, belief system. When I see this combination of cards, I'm thinking about the fact that it's time to make a decision about what you want, making a move. Because if the belief system is out of date, so to speak, or, you're stuck in old stories, it's not going to help you make a move. So let's take a look at what else we need to know here. Yoga, contemplation. Go within. Interesting. It might be that you're taking a rest, or you're reflecting, or you're deciding what to do to move yourself forward. Very, very interesting energies to start. Okay. Let's see what's going on here in the sacral chakra. This is Venus. This is self-worth, self-value, and self-respect. It's about love, how you spend money. Four of Cups, over-analyzing to the point where you might miss out on an opportunity. It's like the universe is trying to give you an opportunity and you just might not be seeing it. These cards are heart chakra cards, so this could be about matters of the heart. The Scythe, interesting. Sudden, unexpected, cut or release, liberation. I kind of feel like somebody's got to free themselves from an old situation or story. You will harvest, but you're not going to harvest until you make moves. And trust that process and surrender to receive. You know, we don't know how long it's going to take. So if you're in the mindset of who, what, when, where, why, and how, and you want to know all the details, it doesn't come to you that quickly when you're in that energy because you're trying to control it. So you got to free yourself in a way from that energy. And the earth, see, loss, death, forfeiture, grief, remove, dismantle. It's over, done, letting go. So there could be something sudden that is let go of here. You might have been avoiding it, or, you know, keeping yourself stuck, you know. Let's see. Let's take a look at the solar plexus that we just talked about. What do we need to know about our personal power? Wow, the Four of Swords. Look at all these green cards. Matters of the heart. Maybe that's just all the emotions today. 4-4, angels are with you. Four of Swords right now says you're healing. It's okay to heal and take a rest or a break, observe, but then you got to get up and make a move. You know, very interesting energy right away with this green heart chakra. The letter, communication, news, making contact. It's almost like, what do you do with that energy? You know, let's say somebody makes contact with you. What do you do? Well, I would say make discernment, have discernment. Maybe you're processing something. What to do about a situation. Maybe you're anticipating communication, but you haven't crossed that bridge yet. And that's a bit of predictive programming. Sword and Scales. Libra energy. Okay, balance, truth, due process. Make amends. Making amends is basically healing something. Maybe some communication is necessary to heal. Maybe somebody needs to make a move to communicate and heal. Wow, some very interesting energies. A lot of possibilities here. Let's take a look at the heart chakra. What do we need to know? Ace of Coins, an investment in self, a tangible new beginning. Well, the Ace of Coins can be a new home, new job, new relationship. It's a lovely start. It's a new foundation because it is the root chakra. So maybe in love, there's a new beginning. And, you know, I'm not surprised actually, because there could be like a renewal of a relationship or a brand new love in general. Like, meaning it could be even a different person in your life, or you're ready to move on. It depends on the circumstances. See, this is the element of being stuck. Things are stuck. You've got to unstuck yourself. Make a move, right? Surrender and make a move. Do you want the new? Are you in the old? Or are you in the new? You know, I'm going to say that every day. And the headache. body signal. It's like your body's speaking to you. You need self-care, and that's the healing aspect. But at the same time, you've got to make moves. There's a fear of making some moves. Very interesting energy. Let's take a look at the throat chakra. What do we need to know about the throat? What needs to be said or communicated? Ooh, Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. Very interesting. Somebody's trying to find the courage to move forward, the Chariot. There's that Cancerian energy. Well, Mercury and Venus are in Cancer. We're about to go into Cancer season. You know, and again, red cards. We're getting the heart chakra. We're getting the root chakra. The crystal ball, intuition. This is kind of what I was saying earlier about, you know, anxiety doesn't have to necessarily be anxiety. It can be excitement. Maybe you're feeling that little tingle inside of you that's like, oh my goodness, I'm about to embark on something, and it could be absolutely wonderful, you know? But this is about actually trusting your intuition. And I do think people struggle with, well, what's my intuition and what's my anxiety? Let's take a look at the third eye. So this is Jupiter. This is clarity, intuition, the star, healing. You know, we're getting so many healing vibes. The Four of Swords would be like the minor arcana version of the star. The star is healing, blessings and wishes coming true, gaining more clarity about a situation. Oh, the fireworks card. Passion, chemistry, lust, happiness, excitement, celebration, kissing, exhilaration, explosive, hot, canoodling, as we say. Oh, wow. Okay. I have to take this all in, as I'm sure you do too. This might be one where you watch a couple times, because I myself, I need to do a little recap in a moment. Oops, I got cards here. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, 2 cards. What is it? We're getting these messages. Okay. You know what's interesting? The Shield card and the hot air balloon. Sorry, I'm having Bridgerton moments here, thinking about the hot air balloon, seeing if you know, you know. Whenever I see the card with the shield on it, I think that someone is in defensive mode, and it's time to put down that shield. You know, I was just explaining this to somebody again today about my view of walls and boundaries. You know, when somebody has the mindset of, I know this is absolute. I've been shown this, I've been told this is exactly how it is. To me, that is a bit of a fixed mindset, you know, or I believe this to be true, and that's it. It's basically like saying, I have walls around me, I'm in a fixed mindset, and I'm not moving anywhere. If somebody takes down the walls but implements boundaries, it's growth mindset, because it allows you to move forward and verify what you know, be open to what you know, say maybe. You know, the possibilities are endless. Anything is possible. It may take me in any direction. And, you know, the conversation I had today was quite fascinating and really enlightening, actually, because we were talking about this concept of what I just described. And, you know, if somebody is saying, I know, and it's only this and it's only that, what came up in conversation was, well, do they have discernment? So it's a fascinating thought, you know. We need to take the wall down and just simply implement a boundary and a maybe and let things happen. Surrender and receive whatever comes our way. Make the move, implement a strategy, or set some intentions just to see what happens, because anything is possible. That's why we always say, ask for what you want or better. How do you know something isn't better than what you imagined or what you thought. You know, we've all been in a position at some point in our life. It's natural to humans. It's the human condition that, you know, we're going to grow and we're going to change and we're going to develop, and that there are going to be times where we think one way and it's completely the opposite after going through the motions and learning and taking the steps, whatever it may be. But the hot air balloon is about finding balance in your life and uplifting yourself, finding your freedom, rising above the things that try to hold you back, you know? So this is about a new perspective, taking down that shield or that wall and having a new perspective. I mean, here's a thought, rhetorical question, unless you'd like to answer, but like, what's wrong with a new perspective? Like, what's wrong with there being a possibility for something different? You know, I would love to have something surprise me in better ways than I imagined. It's kind of like when you're going through the reawakening process or ascension process, and you know, you get a taste of something, you know, and it's so good and you're like, whoa, I never thought that this could happen. And then you start to make changes and you get more of it and more of it, and then you realize how satisfying it is to make moves and changes, you know? So I don't think sometimes we realize how important being open is. And, you know, ottering up over here with Vito, where it's like, lay back, put your belly up and just, you know, allow things to come to you. Now, I'm not saying you don't make moves personally. I'm just saying be open to the possibilities of what could come your way. You have no idea. Let's take a look at the crown chakra. Let's see what the downloads are that are coming in. What clarity, what white light. The Chariot, oh, beautiful. Moving forward. Moving forward. Victory. Cancer energy. The moon. Wow. Okay. So we're getting enlightenment to move forward and maybe put down that shield or those walls. Very interesting. I think somebody has to walk away from interference. It's interesting. It could be a third-party situation or just too many chefs in the kitchen. I almost want to take another card for that. I am very curious to know, as I'm sure many of you are as well. Be in the present moment. Sweet goodness. Lift out of negativity. I think that's part of what it is. Lightness of being, feeling lighter. There's the ascension of the hot air balloon. Yeah. Sometimes there's just too many chefs in the kitchen, or too many opinions, or, you know, here's just a thought as I you know, go into a random TED Talk of mine. And that is, remember that everybody on this earth is on a different timeline. Okay? Meaning they might be ahead of you, behind you. They're in their own lane, just like you are. And essentially, they're allowed to live out their own life and adventure just as you are. And sometimes when we have too many chefs in the kitchen, it's like pulling at us from every angle, and it just doesn't help. It takes us out of our lane. You know, it's a distraction out of our lane. And everybody has free will. Yes, we can get messages and signs and synchronicities, but what we do with them is totally up to us. We don't have to implement them the way anybody else says. I mean, it's even like what I'm doing right now. I can give you thoughts and energies and experiences. Ultimately, it's up to you. And there's no judgment in that, because again, it's your mind, it's your body, your soul. I'm always going to support you no matter what you do, because I understand the journey, right? So I would just say that if you have people poking into your business or trying to sway you or trying to convince you, or you're trying to do that to others, remember that everybody's entitled to be in their own lane, to drive their own car, to be the main character, to direct their own life in whatever direction they want. And if people are with you, they're with you. And if they're not, they're not. And that is okay. So let's see what else. What else do we need to know? person of air. You know, we're still in Gemini season. You know, this is about thoughts and communication. And I really feel like this reminds me of a reading that I just posted, actually. If you've seen it, you'll know. Where I asked, like, what is the conversation that you need to have right now? Like, what is it that you need to say? What is it you need to communicate? What do you need to let go of? Who or what do you need to communicate that a move needs to be made? Because there's something there about that. Maybe I should take a second card because I did it for the other one too. Why not? Since we're in the moment. Oh, there you go. Somebody's got to make the call. Connection, communication, conversation, getting through. Maybe you need to get through to somebody who's just not listening. You know, loud and clear. You need to be loud and clear about what you want. Throat chakra. And what was the throat chakra? It was the 8 of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. Inner voice. What does your inner knowing tell you? Wow. Very interesting energy. Let's go to an inner child oracle card. I'm just really curious to know. Go on an adventure. Today's the day to try something daring. It's telling you. Communicate. Do something different. It is never truly the end. Beloved, in this, everything will be okay. Exactly. No matter what you do, you're going to be okay. Let life take you where you need to. Drive in your lane and see where it goes. You have nothing to lose, only to gain. Well, I really hope this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in my bio. As always, I appreciate your kindness, your likes, your, comments, subscribes. We are doing a full moon Zoom on Friday night. If you'd like to join us, it includes the recording of the 2-hour general collective reading, as well as a mini moon reading sent to you by the next new moon. So as always, thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing day.